Welcome to an exclusive preview into the athletic programs at Olathe 4 high schools. You'll hear from coaches at North, South, East, and Northwest as they discuss their prospects for the upcoming season. And you'll meet some of their featured players. This is Coach Report. We begin this season's basketball edition at Olathe South, where both the boys and girls programs won or shared league championships last season. The coaches have a combined 52 years of experience with their programs, and that led to leadership that allowed them to have a 19-3 joint record in the league last season. At 21-2 overall and 10-1 in league play, the Lady Falcons won their 7th consecutive Sunflower League title in 2011. It was also the 7th straight year the South girls advanced to state. Although they are losing the Kansas and KC Metro Player of the Year, in addition to an all-league player, look for this year's squad to hit the ground running. We're here with Coach Steve Ingram, who's in his 22nd year at the helm for the Lady Falcons. Coach, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Now, this is a team that has won 7 consecutive league titles. Is there an Olathe South tradition that these girls need to live up to?
Well, there's certainly a tradition that's been paved by a lot of players that preceded them. It's a tradition of learning how to prepare, what to be doing in the off season, working hard in the weight room, all that type of tradition, which they've been doing. Certainly the expectation to win is there, and they know that, and I'm sure they embrace that, and they'll do everything they can to keep that tradition going.
Now, you've described these girls as a self-motivated bunch. How does that manifest itself here on the court?
Well, as a coach, it makes it so much easier, whether it's in practice or in a game or off-season things. They're doing the right thing, not because I'm telling them to, but because they're motivated to do it. It just makes things so much easier when they want to do things the right way without someone having to prod them to do that.
Who are some of the players on your team this year who your fans should be looking out for?
Well, we had 3 returning starters. Bailey Reinhart was a starter last year as a freshman, obviously the first freshman ever to start for us, as we had freshmen to our building last year. Quite a role to throw her into as a freshman, but she did remarkably well for a youngster, and she had a great off-season. She's really developed. She's going to be doing more scoring and just be even better all-around player. Alex Hugo's returning starter. She was second-team All-League for us last year. She's verbally committed to play softball at KU. Great athlete, explosive, jumps well, fast, and a great leader, great competitor. And she'll be a great leader for us. She is a co-captain, was voted as a co-captain with Megan Balcom. And then Megan is our other returning starter. She's played varsity since she came up as a freshman, so she's been through all the wars, been to the state championships and all those things, won a state championship, and she's going to be a great leader for us because she's been in all those situations. There's nothing really she has not experienced as a high school athlete. So we're going to look for her for a lot of leadership. Obviously, she's a great player, great scorer, great all-around player. She's verbally committed to play at Emporia State next year, and she's going to have a great year for us.
For more on Megan, we bring you this player profile.
We go into it every game saying that we're going to do better on defense because defense does make your offense. We don't really know each other this year, so it's kind of different. But once we have chemistry off the court, then we have it on the court. It's going to be people just stepping up. That's just what we're going to need this year. I like running the floor. I think it's more fun. It makes basketball more exciting. With as many point guards as we have coming up, he's going to have to let us just do whoever has the ball go so we can just run the floor. Because we don't have a lot of big girls. It's we don't have a lot of post players this year. I think it's going to be running up the floor, getting it to guards and also post players who are up the floor already. I think that'll be our main strength this year. Yeah, I'm really excited for basketball season this year. Pretty much every team, I guess, is a rival. You have to go into every game, wanting to beat that team and not focusing on any other game but them.
For the second year in a row, the Falcons tied for the Sunflower League Championship in 2011. 9-2 in league games and 17-4 overall, Olathe South relied on 5 seniors and fierce defensive pressure. Although this year's squad returns only 1 starter, optimism is high that team chemistry will provide a strong foundation for the season. We're here with head coach Jim Carr, who's been associated with the Olathe South basketball program for all 30 years of the school's existence. Coach, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Tim. I appreciate the opportunity to visit with you.
Now, you're coming off of a strong team last year. You tied for the Sunflower League. And one of the most amazing things that shows up on the stat sheet is that you held your opponents to 42 points per game last year. You expect to be able to hang your hat on defense again this year?
Well, I feel like we're going to have to. The last 2 years, we also tied for the league the prior year, and we gave away like 41 points a game, and that really is very, very good. And that was the hallmark of our program. We weren't really that great of shooters, but we could really defend, and that's what allowed us to stay in games and win most of them that we were allowed to. So we're going to have to repeat that again this year. We don't have the speed and athleticism that we've had in the past, and so we're going to have to make a commitment to work hard and maintain that defense, because that allows you to stay in all the games, and we're hoping to continue on with that.
You're working with 5 returners this year. Do they have enough time to gel going into the season?
I think so. They've logged minutes and been together either on JV or varsity, the last year, and we have our summer camp, for 4 days over summer, and then we're allowed to play in a tournament over the summer, and we played I believe 7 games, and so that gives us time to gel. And one thing I think that's going to make us a good team this year is our chemistry, and it starts with those young men that got experience last year, and hopefully that will carry over.
Who are some of the players your fans should be looking out for this year?
We have Drew Johnson, a senior that came off the bench for us last year and played a post position. We're kind of asking him to do a lot. He's really a perimeter player that we've asked to play inside, and he's responded very well to that. He's a great athlete. He's on the football team this year as well. We have Chris King, who's on the football team as well this year. He was a post player coming off the bench for us. He's a senior. He logged some very good minutes for us up in the Topeka tournament, which we won last year. We have a junior who logged some time as a sophomore last year named David Nelson. He's a perimeter player, a good three-point shooter. And we have Noah Knight, who is going to be a sophomore this year and got a lot of playing time as a varsity player last year. Will more than likely be our point guard, and we're expecting big things out of him.
Well, tell us a little bit about the player who we'll be profiling in just a minute.
Well, Tyler Thomas is our lone starter coming back for this year, and he's been in the program for 3 years, and he was a honorable mention all-conference last year in the Sunflower League as a junior, and so we're expecting big things out of him too.
For more on Tyler, we bring you this player profile.
We like to have fun, but we like to work hard at the same time. We've tied or won the Sunflower League Conference title the last 2 years, and I like to keep it going. And then after that, get to the state championship. We lost in sub-state, so left a sour taste in our mouth. All I can think about is not letting that happen again, actually getting to state this year. I have to lead and with my words and by example. I have to work harder than everybody else and get the team to work hard. I would say we focus on defense more, just because defense wins championships, and the harder you work on defense creates your offense. The better defense you play, that'll put you in the offensive position. Do what I have to win, help the team out. My senior year should be fun. We should have a good team, be competitive.